Welcome to We the People TV, where the streets talk and we listen. Need y'all to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's get this video to like 500 likes. Shout out to Around Association. Let's get into this video.
Here we are again as we saw Angel Reese get the cover of NBA 2K26, the WNBA version where they're going to have their cover athlete on there. And so shout out to her for that. That's a major accomplishment.
My wife told me my hair was thinning and I wanted to avoid that at all costs.
Let's go, baby.
But we also seen this group of fans who put a monkey on the front of the cover of the game and was like, that's what Angel is. Black people are monkeys. And, they were obviously Caitlin Clark. I don't even want to call them supporters of hers. They are like Caitlin Clark extremists. I'll say that. And I don't really want to put Caitlin's name in that. It's just for my lack of vocabulary at the time, right? But they are clearly driven by race completely, and so they went on to make that cover. And so RG3, he comes out, he says this, all right, this has got to stop. There's no place for racism in this world, whether you like a player or not. Angel Reese should never be called or depicted as a monkey. I've been quiet on the Angel Reese front because she shared a video that aided in my wife, kids, family, and friends receiving threats, physical harm to my family and friends, and threats of SV to my children on social media.
Why would he even bring this up in this type of situation when he should be trying to tell people to chill out with all this racial, like this is racism right here. Like, come on, RG3, you gotta do better than this, bro. You gotta do better than this, bro. That's why I said it's a lot of people out here that you're supposed to just stay away from and don't deal with, because this is the type of man mentality that they have. Like RG3, bro, you got to do better than this, bro.
And beyond, that will never be okay with me. I never attacked her or her family when I stated and backed up with clear basketball evidence that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. It's sports. Everybody won't like each other. People in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was right. And Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin and being constantly compared to her. Some people made it about race, but I never did and never will. Instead of becoming the villain in anyone's story, I decided to just not. All that being said, Angel Reese or any black man or woman should never be called or depicted as a monkey. Stop.
First of all, why would you bring that up in this situation? He says, people in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was right, and Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark. You still keep saying this hate word. Stop trying to make it seem like they hate each other. They don't hate each other. This is a competitive game, a competitive sport. Stop using the word hate. I don't get it. This guy, RG3, I'm believing what Kwame said. I'm believing it. This is because of who he grew up around, so he has no choice but to act like this. He grew up around people that does things like this, so I don't get it.
Stop it. If you hate Angel Reese because she is black, you are the problem. If you hate Angel Reese because you're a Caitlin Clark fan, don't turn it racial. There should be no space for racism in this world. And so that's what he had to say. But, to change this picture into the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing, he pretty much played into it while trying to defend her, right? He could have just left that part off and just talked about the cover itself, because that is where it's outside the lines a little bit, or a lot of bit, when you are putting a monkey on the cover. And he tried to backtrack it with a series of tweets after that, say, he was standing up for Angel, but the damage was done already at that point. And Angel even defended it. She says, lying on this app when everybody know the first and last name of everybody in my circle for clout is nasty work. And that's all she had to say. Social media was eating him up, and we had Ryan Clark step up to the table and get at him again too. Let's peep it.
RG3 seems to have this strange fascination with Angel Reese, or connection to the spotlight and attention that it brings, or who it brings those things from. I know now I don't get to speak on someone else's Black experience or call something self-hate when I don't know how you truly connect to the community or the culture, or I can't assume that you see yourself in the thing that you push back against. But this one should have been easy. Angel Reese, this young, beautiful, talented, hardworking, successful Black woman who is on an absolute tear in the WNBA, who has an opportunity now to unveil her own shoe, is depicted as a monkey in this graphic. A graphic I only saw on his page. So now his millions of followers can see this, and it should be easy to defend her against such deplorable hate and racism and bigotry and evil. But he couldn't do that. He had to make himself both the victim and the hero of this story. He had to mention that Angel Reese did something to him instead of acknowledging what he initially did to her. He had to be the champion again for Caitlin Clark, I guess, against the young, angry Black woman by lying on her and her inner circle. So now Angel Reese, who should be in a celebration and trying to ignore the noise of all the evil and attacks that she feels every single day, has to come out along with her mother to shut down these lies and accusations from RG3. This should have been a situation where he comes out as human and says, we have to stop this. Because by his own admission, he says, if you don't support people that don't look like you, then you're a part of the problem. Let me be clear.
We'll play that back again.
That don't look, his own admission, he says, if you don't support people that don't look like you, then you're a part of the problem. Let me be clear. If you never support people that look like you, you are also a part of the problem. God made us with the responsibility for inclusion and compassion and empathy and love for all people. We also have that same responsibility for our people. I know people were mad that I apologized for my initial statements, but I wanted to make sure people had clarity about what I was saying. But while we're on apologies, we all owe Rob Parker an apology, because though he was early, he was right about RG3.
Hey, shout out to that nigga Ryan Clark, man. But that's what I'm saying. We got to start acknowledging this type of stuff, man. We got to start putting this shit on Front Street and letting people see what's really going on out here, because there's more guys out here that's just like RG3, but they hide their hand. It's just he putting his hands out there, letting people see. He putting his hands out there, letting people see. But let's get into this Rob Parker.
My question, honest friends of yours, right? Friends of mine, right? Who are around and in some of the press conferences, people I've known for a long time. But my question, which is just a straight, honest question, is he a brother or is he a cornball brother?
What does that mean?
Yeah, explain that.
Well, he's not really. Okay, he's Black, he kind of does the thing, but he's not really down with the cause. He's not one of us. He's kind of Black, he's in the, but he's not really like the guy you really want to hang out with because he's off to something else.
Why is that your question?
Well, because that's just how I want to find out about him. I don't know, because
I think at this point, RG3 needs to sit this topic.
Now it gets to the point where you got to ask questions, like, and go all the way back to the Rob Parker statements, because a lot of people was upset with him when he said what he said. But now that we're looking back on it, that's what it is. That's why I said I agree with Kwame, because if you go back to Kwame's video, he said this is who RG3 grew up around. He grew up around people like that. Them the type of people that he sits and eat dinner with and throw house parties with. Like, he's not around people like us. Like, you know, he's not around people like us. So his mind thought is different. So he's not thinking like how we're thinking, especially about the situation. But he's wrong for the way he came out and tried to clarify and, you know, say, oh, y'all was wrong for making her the cover with the monkey. No, you supposed to left it at that and didn't mention nothing else. But you have to bring your family in it and saying, oh, I ain't mentioned nothing when she did that. And no, you're wrong, brother. All your fans seen this on your page. You supposed to came out and said, no, we're not about to do the race thing. And you weren't even supposed to mention hate again, because I keep saying it. They don't hate each other. It's just a competitive sport. It's just a competitive sport. I don't think they hate each other to the point where they want to go knock each other out, or she want to go run over in the parking lot with the car. No, don't work like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We the People TV. No, matter of fact, we ain't gone yet. We got a shout out to around the association, brother. We're gonna come back over here and we're gonna be checking out more of your videos, because I like how you put that together though. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We the People TV. Go.